Every high school geometry problem can be solved by cutting it up into triangles and circles. We know everything about these objects: the sides of the triangle, the angles, we know sine and cosine, we can calculate it, the area, the circumference of the circle, anything that we want. But what does the circle have to do with the triangle? And more importantly, what does it have to do with waves? What about numbers? Because you see, there's a picture. There's a picture here that no one has been told about in high school. And that is connected to the magical square root of -1. Today, I will connect these and introduce the complex numbers, something that people struggle with. They can't really conceive of the imaginary part. But what I'm going to show you today will make it the most obvious and most visible part of mathematics. And moreover, I will introduce the most beautiful mathematical formula of all time, Euler's formula. The problem with high school is that they never give you the full picture. You only get bits and pieces and never the full understanding. From this it follows that guys who robotically learn will be good, but those who don't and those who want the understanding will actually do worse. But once you're given the full picture, the people with the ability to understand, they will be the best. In fact, if you were given this in your high school days, you would already be a math genius. Because our mind is extraordinary at seeing things, and once I give you the visual image of something, it can operate with it just like it's a physical object. And today, I'll give you the understanding of a circle and circular motion and how that is described by mathematics in the language of numbers. When I was learning this, I was accused of cheating. But I don't have to cheat, because I have it all in my mind. The paper I would look at, that's in my mind. That is the image I will give you today. Now let's look at the triangle. I assume you know these, but I'll just list the basics. First, the Pythagorean theorem. I'll just flash a proof of it here. It's the most basic thing to know in our universe. You take this square, cut it up into triangles, rearrange them, and as the size of the square has not changed, it proves that in right-angled triangles, the square of the length of the longest side is equal to the sum of the squares of the lengths of the two other sides. Now, the other thing is trigonometric functions. I assume you know all these too, but let's just define the basic concepts. There's an angle, and that angle has a function. There's an adjacent side, which is the side on which the angle rests, and the opposite side the other, and the longest side the hypotenuse. So I've given you the basics. Here are the definitions of these. You can see that there are three: sine, secant, and tangent. And all these have a pair. They have a cosine, cotangent, cosecant. Now the first question is, what the hell is the connection between the and the non-co? Just the normal function.